We don't know our brains. We don't really know. Especially the hours of our work affect our brains. People who work at night are different from those who work during the day in many ways. Today I will tell you a cool psychological secret. Stay with me for a few minutes. When you reach the 5th minute, you will find the real secret, and I would be very happy if you like, comment, and subscribe. Imagine your world, but inverted. While your eyelids flutter with dreams, another world is fully awake, breathing in the stillness. That heartbeat you hear? It's not your own. It belongs to the keeper of the quiet hours, the guardian of the graveyard shift. Right now, as you sink into your pillow, a parallel universe is humming to life. Its citizens move through a landscape painted not by the sun, but by the moon's cool brush. They are the night shift, and their minds are foreign countries operating under different stars. We're about to cross that border. This journey isn't about schedules, it's about psyche. It's about what happens to a human soul when it decides to live backwards. Listen closely. The first thing you notice is the silence, but it's a loaded silence. It's not empty, it's full of space for thoughts to echo. Meet Leo, an ICU nurse. At 10 p.m., his day begins. As he drives toward the hospital's electric glow, he's not just commuting across town. He's shedding his daytime skin, the husband, the friend, and armoring up in scrubs. His mind is performing a delicate nightly ritual, leaving the consensus reality of daylight behind. He steps into a realm of hushed voices and beeping monitors, where emergencies are handled in whispers, and the bond between caregiver and patient feels raw, exposed, sacred. He is crossing over. His body, however, is a reluctant traveler. Deep within his brain, a tiny cluster of cells, the master clock, is receiving data from his eyes. Darkness. It's sending out biological memos, release melatonin, lower core temperature, initiate sleep. Leo's entire biology is preparing for a voyage into unconsciousness. But Leo is very, very conscious. He's calculating dosages, interpreting faint signals, holding a hand in the half-light. This is the fundamental rift of the night shift mind, a profound cellular dissonance. You must be sharp when every fiber of your ancient physiology is begging to shut down. Now walk with Maya through a warehouse so vast it has its own weather. Her world is measured in aisles, her companion a headset's algorithmic voice. Here, the mind adapts differently. It seeks a rhythm in the repetition. Scan, reach, turn, pack, over and over. In the absence of normal stimulation, this monotony becomes a trance. Time loses its meaning. It either evaporates or congeals into something thick and slow. This is where the mind, starved of external input, turns inward and begins to feed on itself. Old memories replay in crisp detail. Imaginary conversations unfold with real emotion. A whole future life might be built and dismantled between breaks. The night shift mind becomes an archivist, a playwright, a prisoner, and a warden of its own sprawling interior. And in that interior, in the deep quiet, you start digging. You meet your regrets without their daytime disguises. David, a security guard watching over empty offices, knows this intimately. At 3 a.m., with only the hum of servers for company, the walls you've built against yourself just dissolve. You think about the father you didn't understand, the love you were too cautious to choose, the person you thought you'd become. The night doesn't judge these thoughts. It just provides the infinite, quiet auditorium for them to echo. This is the brutal, beautiful honesty of the dark. It's a forced introspection that can feel like torture or like therapy. You emerge knowing yourself, for better or worse, with a frightening clarity. But this rich inner world exists on a social island. While you're contemplating the meaning of life at 4 a.m., everyone you love is asleep. Your weekend is their Tuesday. Your evening is their afternoon. You become a ghost in the machinery of your own relationships, constantly negotiating across a time zone you didn't choose. Can you skip an hour of precious sleep to see your daughter in a school play? Do you dare call your best friend at 2 p.m., which is your evening, but their busy workday? This chronic misalignment breeds a quiet, persistent grief. You miss things. Not just events, but the feeling of belonging to the rhythm of the world. So why do it? Why choose this life against the current? For some, it's a simple, brutal arithmetic. The night shift pays more. That differential is the down payment on a house, the college fund, the dream. The mind frames the sacrifice as a transaction, my nights for their future. For others, like Henry the pressman, it's a calling laced with pride. He's been running the presses at a newspaper for 45 years. The thunderous roar as the news is born is his symphony. People feel sorry for me, he says. They don't get it. I rule the night. There's a potent, secret knowledge that comes with this territory. You are part of the hidden scaffolding that holds society up. The world expects the hospital to function, the bread to appear, the streets to be safe, the internet to stay on. You are the reason it does. You see the city's skeleton, the cleaners, the delivery drivers, the bakers, the essential unseen pulse. This isn't just a job, it's a nocturnal sovereignty. And then dawn, the most treacherous time of all. Your fragile nocturnal ecosystem, built on quiet and focused intensity, is invaded by the loud, bright, bustling day world. The day shift arrives with their coffee and chatter. Your profound, intimate night is over, and it feels like a violation. This is when the mind needs a ritual, an airlock. For Leo, it's blasting music in the car. For Maya, a scalding shower. For David, one beer and an old movie. It's a deliberate, necessary decompression, a way to shed the night's skin before trying futilely to sleep. Because sleep is the final frontier. It's a battle. Lying down as the sun rises feels biologically perverse. Your brain is on alert. Every daytime sound, a lawnmower, a barking dog, a passing conversation is a violation, a tiny explosion against your desperate need for silence. The sleep you get is thin, fractured, swimming with vivid, unsettling dreams. It's less a restoration and more a temporary ceasefire with exhaustion. So we circle back to that heartbeat, thump, 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 against the tide. The mind of the night shift worker is a study in resilience and dissonance. It's a mind that masters distortion, that finds profound self-knowledge in solitude, that builds fierce loyalty in a tribe of fellow ghosts. It grieves in sunlight and finds a fierce identity in the dark. It is, in many ways, older, wearier, and wiser than its daytime counterpart. They are the keepers of the interval, the guardians of the in-between hours. They hold the line of our shared reality so the rest of us can safely let it go, night after night. So tonight, when you turn off your lamp and the world goes soft, take 1 second. In that threshold between waking and dreaming, remember them. The steady hands in the sterile light, the watchful eyes on the empty screens, the ones making the bread, answering the calls, printing the news. Their consciousness is the thread stitching the dark hours together. They are not simply awake, they are the sentinels. And in their vigilant, lonely watch, they see a truth about our world and about themselves that the daylight never reveals. I hope you find something good. Thank you very much for watching this far.